boy. Morning thoughts, morning thoughts, morning thoughts. Should I say? It's the freaking weekend, baby! Ha ha! Clap it up, clap it up, clap it up, clap it up. Shout out to the people who tuned in early. And so that's Kayla C1. Shout out. Thank you for being here. Nicole Bazaar, thank you for being here. Ed Marine Dixon, thank you for being here. Dolene Walter Riley, thank you for being here. And Sash, good morning, good morning. Shout out to the people going out to work this morning. Shout out to the people coming in from work. Extra special big up shout out to the people who work multiple jobs. I have the utmost respect for you. Shout out to the entrepreneurs, the stay-at-home moms and pops, those going through it right now in this whole lockdown pandemic issue thing that we're going through. People have lost their jobs. People aren't making ends meet. People are finding it difficult. Homeschooling children, all kind of something. Shout out to the people. All right. Shout out to my drivers out there. Uber driver, Lyft driver, truck driver, taxi driver. Shout out to the drivers them on the road. Extra special big up shout out to all my military personnel. I don't shout them out often enough. So the Army, the Navy, the Marines, the Coast Guards. Shout out to all of them, especially Army. You already know why. All right. Manners and respect, everybody. Thank you for being here. This one this morning, I think we're going to need the whole hour for this one. And that's because the story is long. This is by request, by the way. Okay? So my subscribers are requesting. All week, they've been bothering me. Well, for all the past couple of days, really, they've been bothering me. So, Flo, you don't see what's going on with Majah Hype. Say something about it. Yo, this is major. And I'm like, I'm trying to stay away from the mix-up thing. I don't want to really go run with nobody's accusations, and I need to see people talking and all that. Boom, video drops. So if you don't know it, we're going to get you up to speed, and then we are going to do all the talking after. This is major for me in a lot of ways, because for one, let me get a little bit of my mint tea in this morning, because for one, we talk about this all the time on SoFlo TV. Right, about women being abused and sometimes afraid to speak up. Or just yesterday when I ended the Morning Thoughts show, I ended it with, now I understand why somebody wrote in the comment section when I said I got a phone call from a female, and when I answered the WhatsApp call, I saw her face and one of our item messed up, right? And it's a domestic situation, and somebody put a Majah Hype y'all talk about. I didn't know what that comment was about. I said, Majah Hype? Shortly after I got off, that Morning Thoughts, all came loose. So here we are, Majah Hype, this morning. And this is what you call major hype. This is major exposure. If Brains, everybody knows Brains, right? If Brains was to drop a video like this about me, I expect that it would be over all the other vloggers' channels. I expect also that a lot of you who are on here would be saying stuff like, wow, SoFlo? No, SoFlo, we can't support you. You sit up there and talk all these things about protect the woman and don't beat her and walk away if you have to, and if you can't walk away, run, and then you do her face like that. No, sir. But I have to hear SoFlo side of the story as well. A lot of people are not waiting for Majah Hype side of the story. And I'm not trying to downplay what the sister is saying that he did to her. And I'm not trying to excuse whatever it is that was done. But the accusations are strong. And I feel like he needs to come out and speak on this one. May I wait till one more minute? We're going to get right into it, because I'm going to play one of her videos. And I know you've seen it before because it's everywhere now, or maybe you haven't. But I went over to look at his channel to see if he would have responded or anything. And we're going to talk about the response that I saw. And then she fired back again with another video to that response. So she is serious about this, right? We talk about opening the platform, giving it to people who want to tell their story, want to do some exposure, looking for their healing, etc., etc. Keep in mind and be conscious before I start this. Keep in mind and be conscious. As much as I don't want to be the one putting a victim down or say, because if it was my daughter, I'm believing her from the first word come out of her mouth, right? So I'm going to have to treat this exactly the same way. I'm also a grown man, somewhat experienced in life. In other words, I've seen people do things to tear other people down in a situation where it's like, if I can't have you, then I'm going to ruin you. Or we don't know the whole story, what went on behind the scenes, all this, minus all that. There should never be no beating, no black eye, and all that, right? It is extensive. So we are wrap a man around this thing in a sensible way. All right, let's not get emotional and get carried away with one party and then start killing and canceling another party. Let's pay attention to everything. We're gonna lay it out on the table now. Here we go. So the first video, I'm sure you've seen the first video. I'm only gonna play a little snippet of it, and then we're gonna go into her second video. So this was her first video. Just a little piece may I play to get everybody on the same page. Okay. All right. She started the video. She was on screen very long before she even came on and said anything.
Good night. Blessings, everyone.
So that was the first one. Let me see something.
Hello, hello.
I have my.
So I am going to start this live off
New phone.
with an apology.
Oh, here we go.
To my family. I want to apologize to my mother, to my son, to my sister, to my niece, to my friends. I detached myself from the people that love me the most for a long time.
All right, my speakers don't work with this. All right, so let's do it like this. This is her talking, right? And some of the things she said. Put you closer to my mic.
What I've been going through, the average person doesn't go through that in a whole lifetime. And I've been keeping it a secret for a long, long time. Hiding abuse is a full-time job. You have to detach yourself from your loved ones so they don't know. And I did that for a long time. I protected someone that abused me for a long time. Tonight is about my healing. Tonight is about me taking my power back and no longer protecting the person that has been abusing me. I'm ashamed because I let it go on way longer than it should have. I'm ashamed of myself because I went back so many times. All the reasons that I went back, it wasn't good enough. They weren't good reasons. I went back because me going back meant that I loved you, or I was proving that I loved you by coming back, or that I loved the kids, or just trying to prove people wrong that I'm not a gold digger, that I really am here for you. But all of that stops now. The lies, the protecting people, it stops now. Tonight is about my healing and me getting to a better place. And it starts with me being honest with myself and the people around me. I have been through a whole lot of things. And it's a really, really tough thing to keep that a secret. So I wanted to start by apologizing to my family for, disconnecting myself and pretending that I was okay and going ghost and not answering FaceTimes. The manipulation and everything, it stops now. I'm putting an end to it. The bashing, the slandering of my name, people inboxing me and telling me that I really didn't love.
All right.
I wanted to start by apologizing to my family for, disconnecting myself and pretending that I was okay and going ghost and not answering FaceTimes. The manipulation and everything, it stops now.
I was fixing my sound.
I'm putting an end to it. The bashing, the slandering of my name, people inboxing me and telling me that I really didn't love the person and I was there for this and that reason. Every time that I left, it was for a damn good reason. And if me leaving because I'm being abused means that I don't love you, then so be it. I am going to love myself more than that person. Imagine having to hide your bruises and you're being battered from your family. Imagine after being abused and assaulted, you have to console the person that hurt you because now they're distraught. They want to harm themselves. So now you don't even have the chance to heal. You don't even have the chance to be upset. You have to now console that person. Imagine being bruised and battered. Imagine going through all of those things and you still have to have sex. You're still expected to be delightful, like there's nothing wrong with you when your face is unrecognizable. Imagine letting people know in your circle what's going on with you. And their first question is, well, what did you do?
All right, let me pause that for a second and say this. That was the first video, right? And in the first video, she never mentioned his name. So when I saw the first video, I said, you know what? I'm not going to do anything on it, even though my audience is requesting me. These emails coming in so flow. Come on, man, we need to hear from you. People from England are requesting me to speak about it. So I said, you know what? I got to talk about it, but I need more. So I'm going to wait a little more. And this was the first video. His name was not called in the first video, but she described how she was being abused over quite a lengthy period of time throughout the relationship, and she said it was all kinds of abuse. So there was sexual abuse, there was physical abuse, there was verbal abuse, all this other stuff. And she talks about how he used to harm her, beat her up, and then when she has to turn around and console him, because, and we were actually talking about that not too long ago, how some man still like them start cry and bawl and, oh, if you leave me, I'm gonna kill myself, I can't live without you, all this kind of stuff. And it's funny because right away her video comes in and it's the same exact process she's describing. Me just a talk about what she said so far, you know. I haven't mentioned the brother name yet, but in this yet, but we're gonna get to the one where she mentions his name, because after she dropped this video, this was her first video where she said she's coming out, she's tired of it, she's reclaiming her power today. It stops today. Right after she did that, Major Hype went and he posted a video. Now we're thinking the brother is going to post a video about, that's the video he posted. We're thinking he was going to post a video about the situation, talking about what happened, right? Clearing his name, or even saying something like, yo, this was something happened a one-time thing and she take it, blow it out of proportion, whatever. She accused him of taking her phone. She accused him of, because he cloning her phone, using her phone, all her information in the phone, mash up the phone after. Now he has all her videos and whatever. There's a sex video that got released after she released this video. So she came out saying she was beaten and boom, a sex video dropped. And she says she knows who did it. It's him that did it. These are her words, not mine. She knows it's him that did it because he knows about that sex video. It was in her phone. So she did on video and do the things with somebody else. And she is saying that that was, if you look at the video and her parents now versus then, you can clearly see that that video was some 10 years ago, but it was released as revenge porn. It was released out of, I'm going to do you dirty kind of thing. And also to make it seem like she's the cheater. So that just happened just now. Change the narrative then to say, yeah, I catch her a cheat. I know I'm leaving her, and now she's out here saying all this stuff about me. But Hype was he was in his jolly mood. He was talking about music and enjoying himself, dancing. This is right after your woman just dropped a video saying all these ghastly things about you. So I thought the reaction was kind of weird. But am I wrong or right? I thought the reaction was kind of weird because Mino said, but I am not him. How I would have handled it if Brains drop a video. SoFlo TV beat me, and I've been keeping his secret for so long and all this. I would be following up right away, right? He put up a video dancing, and the crazy thing is, in the video, dancing and singing and playing music and thing, he stopped briefly to address the situation a little bit, let people know he's not into the negativity. He's not going to, some people want him to be negative.
Yes, my brother. Much blessings, brother.
So
already know, enough love and blessings to everybody, man. Peace and love to everybody that's on this live right now. I know there's probably some people that's not going to comment, that's just watching, and they're waiting for me to go into other stuff, but we're not.
And that's all I'm going to play from his stuff. And the reason why is because I'm pretty sure Majah Hype knows how this thing works. I'm going to play her other video, though. I'm pretty sure Majah Hype knows how this thing works. He can have my whole video taken down because I have his content in the video. So for those of you who stay up with him, you can go over to his site and go watch that video that he put up. It was over an hour long, and majority of it was him dancing and singing and doing giveaways and talking about how the pandemic hasn't been that bad to him, so he's trying to help others who it's been bad to. Matter of fact, he said the pandemic's been, actually, he can't even complain because he bought a boat during the pandemic. So he's making his money, he's living his life, he's doing his thing. And he's doing a giveaway. And in saying he's doing a giveaway, he said he's doing a giveaway for this people, that person, people who are out there in the struggle trying, and women who have been abused. This is right after she posted that. And you're on here doing a video about giveaways and talking about women who have been abused. And I never heard him call her name to address the situation. I never heard him say so-and-so. This is your woman. For all we know, a lot of people were saying couples goals and more blessings to them and them relationship nicey. And we find somebody and that's beautiful and talented and all this other stuff. People were giving them good accolades. People were talking nice about them. There were people in the beginning that used to say, that looked like a controlling relationship, that looked like a relationship of convenience. You heard her talk about the gold digger thing, because people were like, she looks so much younger than him. It looked like I'm daughter that. All this is what people were saying before. But of course, his fan base is huge, and his fan base saved it, because his fan base said, leave the people alone. If you don't like him, get off of his stuff. You know how the fans them go back for you sometimes. Get off of his stuff. They're a beautiful couple. They look good together and all that. So everybody know, jump on the, couples goals. Their relationship look perfect. I want a relationship like that. They're in love. He treats her good. All this. This is your woman who just went from that. When I heard the story, I said to my wife, I said, no, wife. No, I said, no, wife. I said, no, babe. It's probably his ex from a long time ago. Because I just watched his stuff with his woman and they were lovey-dovey and everything. So it can't be her. It can't be her. When I finally got the video, when I finally got the video with the black eye, all those videos you can go look at Brain's channel for, because she already did a video covering this sometime late yesterday. I just saw it this morning when I woke up at odd hours. But you can go see it. And, you know, the girl, I mess up on all kind of something, and she's telling. If she just drop a video like this with an accusation like that, yeah, I would think you would come defend yourself quickly, But what I found him doing in his video is going at the people who might take the story on and speak about it. Maybe that's just how I took it. Anyway, me not beg nobody friend because I'm not trying to be in nobody's circle. And you know how I do my thing already. So this was her second video now. This is right after she saw that laughing video that he just did. She dropped a second video right away. And this time she really talked. This video, we're going to watch the whole of this video. See?
So I didn't want to speak about it again, but I knew that it was going to go here. And like I said last night, I'm not letting anyone put me into hiding or shame me under a rock. Now, instead of being a man, Majah Hype, and apologizing publicly to your fans, to me, after everything that I said, instead, you release a sex tape of me and are sending it all over the place, all over the world, a sex tape of me from 10 years ago. What do you think that that is going to prove? What do you think that that is going to prove? You think that that is going to make you look like a better person? Releasing a sex tape of me from years ago. You think that that's going to make you look like a good person? You think that is the answer? So people are sending me this tape left and right from years ago. And the tape, my hair is short. My hair is all black. At the end of my hair is red. You could, you know what? I don't even have to go into that. I don't even have to go into that. I didn't go into detail about what the fuck you did to me, but I'm not going to shut up. You're not going to shut me up and put me under a rock. You're not going to shame me. You should be ashamed. You should be ashamed for faking a heart attack, looking for sympathy. You should be ashamed. You broke my phone because you saw that I had all the pictures of my bruises and my face. You broke my phone, and now you're going through my phone and digging up old stuff from my old phone and releasing it to people. When does it stop? When do you take accountability and stop looking for sympathy? You're a sick, sick man, and I'm not keeping your secrets anymore. Every time you try to hurt me, I'm going to tell the truth. I'm going to tell the truth. You didn't have no heart attack. You did not have a heart attack. Okay? Stop looking for sympathy and own your shit. Own what you did to me. I didn't post a picture of my black eyes, of my bruises. You put me in the hospital. I didn't come out and say that. I made a general statement, and this is what I get. You releasing a sex tape of me. You're releasing a sex tape of me. Coming up to the end of it, you tried to kill me. You pulled out a gun on me. You pull out a gun on me and then turn around looking for sympathy and cut your arm in front of my face. Start slicing open your arm in front of my face. It's a sick game that you're playing, but I'm not playing a game. This is my life, and you're trying to ruin me. And I know the truth about you. I know who you really are. I know who you really are. I have a son, and you're going to put out a sex tape on me? You want people to think that I was cheating? Is that it? Even if I was, it's no excuse for what you did to me. It's no excuse for what you're doing, what you're still trying to do. And I'm not going to be quiet. You're not going to shame me. Send the sex tape wherever you want. Send it wherever you want. You still have to get up and look in the mirror. You still have to get up and look in the mirror. Nigel, you still have to fight your demons. So you could try to break me down all you want. God knows. God knows what I've been through. I'm too strong. I'm too strong for that. I took your crap for too long. And you still trying to give me the business? Sending a sex tape? Listen. I don't even want to come on here with that energy. I'm so furious. I'm so tired of you thinking that you have that power and control over me. I'm not going to be quiet. Leave me alone. You have my phone. You clone my phone. You download it to your computer, all my personal stuff. I was expecting this for you to leak my nudes, for you to leak whatever it is that I had on my phone. And I'm still here, and I'm still saying I never cheated on you. Everything that you're putting out there is from years ago. Stop lying to people. Put your discharge paper out from the hospital. Put that out. Let them see what they released you with, what your diagnosis with, chest pains, unspecified type. You didn't have a heart attack. Say you have a heart attack in the same night you get out. You want to fight me? You want to pull out a gun on me, break my phone, crash into my car? Listen. We're not gonna do this no more. We're not gonna do this no more. What you should have done was come on here and apologize and make a public apology and acknowledge and own up to the person that you've been and seek help. But you continue your narcissist behavior with releasing that tape of me. You're disgusting. You're a disgusting man. And everyone around you that's hyping you up, making you feel like what you're doing is right, that's not making you look better. You look like a piece of crap that you are. You look like a piece of crap. You're a sad, sad man. You're a sad person. And you're not going to fucking take me down with you. You're not. Send your sex tape. Do whatever you need to do. You're ridiculous. You're ridiculous. All the shit that you done to me, I kept it a secret. Everything that I've been through with you, I've been keeping a secret. After I'm gone, you still trying to hurt me. You still trying, like, I don't understand who does that. Who says they love somebody, wanted to marry them, asked them to marry them, and could do that to them, could beat them, could hit them, could black both of their eyes like that. And then you mad because I leave. You mad. Every time I leave, you mad. You want to talk about me. I'm this and I'm that. Tell them what you did. Tell them what you did. Tell them when I left you, you did voodoo on me. Tell them that. I have the paper. I have the paper. You're sick. And you're talking about spiritual warfare. You the fucking demon. You're the demon. You're the demon. This is embarrassing. This is embarrassing. This is embarrassing. I'm not going out like that. I'm not letting him do that to me. Sex tapes and you posting fucking prayers and all of this stuff, and it's you the devil? You the devil? Go ahead and keep looking for sympathy. You're sick. You're sick. Who does that to someone that they said they love? You could have never loved me. You could have never. Yeah, let everyone log on and talking about that video that you post, that you're fucking sending around of me, your old ass video. You're disgusting. I knew that was gonna happen. You have my phone, you cloned my phone, you looking through my stuff, old stuff you digging up. You're the one that was, how do you get caught cheating? How do you get caught cheating? Your first response is to snatch my phone. You want to go through my phone. You are sick. You're sick. You're a sick person. I never call the cops on you. I never call the cops on you. I never did nothing like that to you. Still trying to protect you and your image and your career, that you, this facade you put on to be this positive person. People don't know. People don't know who you are, but I know who you are. So keep trying to, what you want people to think, I'm a slut, whatever you want people to think. All of this stuff, it don't make you look like a good man, sir. It don't make you look like a good man.
Sir.
So that's what I'm dealing with, y'all. I spoke my truth last night, and I'm on a journey of healing, and that's the next thing that hits this morning. Everybody's sending me a video of me having sex with somebody from years ago. He wants people to think that's a recent video. I'm not a cheater. You are, sir. I'm not abusive. You are, sir. If people saw my face, I still didn't post any pictures of my face. I don't understand. After everything that you've done to me, you still can't humble yourself. You still can't take accountability. You really need help. You really need help. You really need help. Y'all, this man that y'all idolize and y'all think is so great, he will go to any lengths to be a victim, to be right, to ruin me. He's done it time and time before. I expect the word. I because I was nervous last night that I didn't touch it, but I meant to say that I knew that he was going to try to expose my nudes. I knew that he was going to do that. But you were digging a deeper hole for yourself, sir. Everybody got a naked picture. Everybody got something from their past that they're ashamed of. That video was not recent. You sending it to people and you got a bigger problem. I wish you the best of luck. I hope you seek help, because this ain't the answer for you.
All right. Now, I must let you know that there are a lot of people that are encouraging her to seek legal counsel concerning this, because I don't know if you know it, but recently someone actually did go to prison and get sentenced to time for exposing nudes of their ex, or video of their ex having sex. They exposed it. They exposed it online. They got taken to court for it, and what ended up happening was they got found guilty and they got sent to prison. So and they actually wrote it into law now. So exposing someone's new, I don't know if every state follows this law, because that's how it is in America. Some states follow the laws and some states do their own thing. But I don't know if this is one where it covered every state in the US. I'd have to go look that up. I don't want to lie to you. You can go look it up yourself. Boy, somebody said 2020 is a year nobody will forget. She should seek legal help. A lot of people are telling her to seek legal help. I went over to Majah Hype site, and what I found, because I want to know the feedback. For some reason, my lighting is low in the cat. Anyhow, I wanted to know the feedback. And I saw the people, and there are a lot of people a lot of women are saying, "I'm ashamed of you. I never expected this from you. Clear this up quick, because I'm ready to unfollow you. Stop supporting anything that you do." And then there are others that are saying, "I'm not even waiting for your side of the story. Consider me gone. I don't want to see nothing you ever did before. Don't want to watch anything." This is like equating this to say R. Kelly. Like when R. Kelly got accused, there were a lot of women that still supported him, because the concern now is this. The concern now is that he will lose everything that he's worked so hard for. The concern now is that he will lose everything he worked so hard for, and we won't see him again. So how that could happen, he could lose his sponsorships. I got a little bit of talking points here, because there's some things in this I wanted to get across, right? He could lose his sponsorships. He could lose shows. His shows could be boycotted. And because his shows start getting boycotted, you will have promoters that are saying, "Nah, he's a good comedian, but we can't book him for the show, because there's going to be a line of people outside with these placards, women activists, women abuse women's rights, all kinds of something people." Just like how they did Buju Banton with Boom Bye Bye. When they caught on to what Boom Bye Bye really meant, it was all out war. Buju would fly in for a concert, and there would be like thousands of people out there. And it started with 1 and 2 and 5 and 10, and it just grew. And everywhere he went, pretty much, they were on the outskirts waiting to protest. So this doesn't look good to a promoter. I mean, a promoter might take a chance on you and still do the show, and people will still show up to the show and walk past the people who are protesting and go inside and have their fun in front of their favorite artist, and come back out, walk right past the protesters, and go back. So I don't know if this will affect his money. Labels or brands could be afraid to associate with him after this. Nah, we don't want to attach our brand to him, man, because you know that whole scandal with his fiance, who is now his ex-fiance, and she's bringing out pictures and she's speaking up in person. It's not like she's typing this stuff online and nobody ever sees her speak. So this wouldn't look good for us. This wouldn't look good for our concert. This wouldn't look good for our show. Can't book him. Bookings dry up. Once your bookings dry up and you're not able to do your shows anymore and get paid like you used to anymore, then comes what? You're unemployed, right? Now, Majah Hype has made his mark behind the scenes, because he is in the music industry. He does producing as well. Engineering, producing, however you want to look at it. He does that as well from behind the scenes. And I've recently learned that he is attached, put in his work on some major projects that have came out in the past. So he was making his money already behind the scenes. Maybe he will have to go back behind the scenes or not. I look at this and I look at stuff like Megan Thee Stallion versus Tory Lanez. Then I look at Chris Brown versus Rihanna. Then I look at, say, take it back, Whitney Houston versus Bobby. and take it way back. Let's talk about Ike and Tina Turner. What I know is that it never turns out good for the man. You see me? It never turns out good for the man. Chris Brown lost a lot of people he followed. He lost a lot of awards he could have gotten. He lost a lot of shows he could have booked. This hit him hard financially. There was a long time where he was not able to perform anywhere. Nobody would go. But he recovered from it. But he recovered from it through admitting his role in it. He recovered from it through going to required counseling, therapy, all that, which he still is in. He recovered from it a different way. He wasn't denying it and he wasn't silent. Well, he couldn't go silent. It was a big fight, right? Rihanna was bust up, bruised up, bloody, all that. So I'm thinking the power of the women's movement and the Me Too movement is a powerful movement. And I've noticed that big entities are starting to take on to this story right here. Now, you know, some things could get swept under the rug. But when the big entities start taking on, because Majah Hype has arrived. He is now there. The stars know who he is. They compliment him as one of their own. They tune into his work. He has been on major networks. Seeing? He has major things in the works. So this only puts him there in the eye of these huge movements. And all a Me Too movement has to say, because Me Too ain't only about just sex or who was sexually abused. Me Too is also about, and she already said she was sexually abused by him. So Me Too could very well jump on her case. And if they do, a video is not hard to determine by experts who posted it online. Okay? Every device has what's called an IP address. And from them trace back the IP address, then back to who owned that. Even if you did it from a burner, they'll still be able to trace it back to some connection that leads to some. So I'm hoping that he ain't the one that actually put out her sex tape, because if he did, and she's there to say that tape was nowhere, okay, it was in my phone. Now I'm asking myself though, why would my wife be holding a sex tape in her phone from 10 years ago, even though me and her only been together for 5 years? But I'm not going to attack her on that. We can talk about that some other time. See? It look away. It look away. The power of the women's movements and the Me Too movements can take him right out. All right? Brenda there laughs. She here laughing. Boy, this sad. His odd reaction though, his odd reaction to these ghastly set of accusations is very, I won't say very telling, because the man said he's going to stay positive. I can't see me staying positive while she over there I do that, and I'm somebody that a lot of people know. This is ruining his brand. This is ruining his reputation. It's ruining his name, because he is known to be a positive guy. He posts a lot of Bible verses and he quotes a lot of scriptures and he says a lot of good things on a daily basis, you know. Stay humble, grind hard, respect the people around you, cherish people that love you. All the same things that I get up and say every day to my audience. He is in that vein of the things that he posts and says. Yes? So to see him go from that to that. Remember where we spoke about and we said that, you know, actually I think it was a subscriber where we said that a lot of people, like, in the face of the public, they are one person. Behind closed doors, those who know, and they'll tell you that I'm behind closed doors with the devil. And we would look at that person and be like, stop lying. Can't be. I hear him talk every day. SoFlo, positive guy. He says good stuff every day. He motivates us and tell us to do better. And tell those of us from the Caribbean to not forget where you were born. Go back and invest. And tell you all kind of good stuff every day. I don't see him doing that. I don't see him doing all that. And there will be people out there to defend it. What's crazy to me, however, is to see the amount of women that are still not only here to support him still, but are also here to defend him against her telling her truth. Now, this is her. She was in a personal relationship with him. So if she comes out and says all these things, who are any of us to say, a lie the gal tell? Just off the bat, after listening to those two messages, lengthy, detailed messages, a lie the gal tell, and just dismiss it as a lie the gal tell. I can't do that, because I said in the beginning of this video, I'm looking at this like from the standpoint of this is my daughter, right? So if I'm going to look at this as this is my daughter is not going to come to me with no black eye, or me see pictures floating around of her with black eye. She beat up, and all the time I was trying to reach her and she used to like cancel family get-togethers and stuff like that. It would all start to add up to me. Yeah, but I'm not going to dismiss it as soon as she says, yes, it was him that was doing it, and this is what was going on, Dad. I'm not going to sit there and listen to all that details. He was sexually abusing me. He was dissing me. He used to black my eyes, beat me up. I put on makeup, try to cover it up sometimes. The makeup didn't work. I just had to stay inside. I had to keep a low profile, had to hide. That's why I wasn't coming around, all this other stuff. How can I just wait, listen to all that, and then go, I lie you tell. I lie you tell. It's one thing to see men do it, because, you know, when we have these discussions, people tend to take sides by gender. Men will jump on the man's side and women will jump on the woman's side. I always say that kind of reasoning, it leaves no help for anyone, because everybody is now combative and willing to fight it out. Who cheat more? Man cheat more. Woman lie all the time. Stop your eyes. I lie, she tell. You know, how I am seeing it personally is she has told her side of the story. And just like I do with any other story I cover, because I've been accused before. Remember the lady, the Jamaican woman that said she wanted to expose her family? She even called her dad, remember? And he admitted that it happened, but he told her like she needs to move on with life and all these things, call life is short and this and that, and that kind of stuff. Well, I was contacted by the mother, right? And instead of saying, I was basically accused of taking one side and airing her story out, making the family look bad, and not giving them a chance to say their side of the story. I did give them a chance. And just like in this case, any one of them two here want to talk, I will air both sides out. So please don't think I'm doing these videos and giving one party voice over the other party. I want to hear from both sides as well. Because yes, there's two sides to a story. Some people say there are three sides to a story. There is yours, the others that were involved with that story, and then there's the truth. Well, one of the people might be telling the truth, right? We don't know. We are outsiders. To see women so dismissive of a woman crying out for help, or a woman saying, this is what I've been going through and I can't do it anymore. I'm going to take back my sanity. I'm going to take back my crown, basically. To see women actually say, shut up, you lying, you telling lie on that man just off the bat, without even saying, look, this look funny to me. Majah Hype, good guy. I like him. I want to hear his side of the story. I'm seeing more people just going at her for telling, which is the same mindset we saw when that Jamaican girl started trying to tell her story, right? Like her relatives started going at her. They weren't going at the person who she accused of doing anything to her. They weren't trying to sit both parties down and speak out nothing. They were just going at her. And it's the same thing I'm seeing play out on social media. Yes, I've seen a few women say, I don't support you anymore. I can't rock with you. I didn't know you get down like this. Why are you damaging that girl? So and so. I've seen a few of those. But I've seen more of, she lying. She lying. Major, we still riding with you. You know, that kind of stuff. And I mean, it's coming from women. And just like I said, R. Kelly, big example. You see that R. Kelly tape? I had that tape. I had that tape. I was in the streets of Brooklyn back then when that tape came out. And if you know anything about the streets of Brooklyn, you could get anything for the Lolo. And I got that tape. And I sat and I watched that tape. If I had that tape in my possession today, it would be considered me having child pornography in my possession. I knew for a fact, watching that tape, that was R. Kelly. It wasn't no grainy tape or nothing. And this I went what you call again? VCR is what we was rocking with. Wasn't no disc player or anything. Clearly, when I watched the tape, I saw that it was R. Kelly. And that tape got burnt and circulated all over the place. Pretty much everybody in the hood had that tape. So a lot of people saw clearly that this was the superstar, multi-millionaire, platinum selling, blah, blah, blah man, grown man, and a little girl. And it was a little girl. And when I saw the tape, I remember watching it in my house in the comfort of my living room at Byte Outer Road. And when I watched it, I was like, holy, that's a child. Okay, I'm expecting this man to go to prison. I'm expecting him to never be able to sell a record again. I'm expecting him to be dogged in the worst way in the media. I'm expecting, and then it went away. He drops a hit album. He goes on a world tour. I Believe I Can Fly. Another one that was huge, which was taken over by the church because it sounded so churchical. It had a choir in it. And then he ran into the church, into the folds of the church. The arms of the Lord is where he ran to, he said, because they were against him. And it actually worked. It went away. Women were still screaming out in the streets, R. Kelly! R. Kelly! And he was still able to look in a sea of women when he performed and pick out who he wanted if he wanted them. I like her. I like her. Some of them were still fainting when he touched them. You know what I'm saying? He still had that power. What women watched that tape, saw that grown man with that little girl, and actually still felt like, whoa, R. Kelly, R. Kelly, R. Kelly. I saw the tape. So I'm equating that to this and how I see the women, some of the women responding to a sister who is, and the funny thing is, if it was a white girl, it'll be them same, let's get real, black women will be over here shedding tears for her. Oh my God, Becky been through so much. Oh gosh, they need to lock him up. This is just terrible. They'll cry hard. But if it's a sister, she a gold digger. She was there for the money from the get-go. Elisha tell the girl I tried tear him down. To your own women. To your own women. I think what y'all need to do is run to her defense and then tell Major Hype, say, come to the table, air it out, because people want to know. See? I want to know. I'm on the fence with it too, but I'm not going to disregard what she just said. I'm not going to act like what she just said don't exist. She is coming with some ghastly accusations. And if they are true, it's horrible. If it's a lie, it's horrible. Because she could be destroying this man. I just think he needs to come out and speak. What he needs to hear. What do you say? What do you think? If he needs to come say something in his defense or admit like she said, whatever. Hold up. Omega Brown says, I will never forget Wendy Williams cry on the radio after she watched it. Yeah. I will never forget the reaction from women after it circulated in the streets. That they were still willing to support him. Then nobody said, none of them said, get help. None of them said, that is you, Robert. We saw you. You can't lie. And as much as I want to believe you and I love your music and enjoy your music and this whole persona of R. Kelly, Robert is in trouble and needs to get help. And somebody go find that little girl and help her because she definitely needs to get help. R. Kelly, R. Kelly. He sold millions of records after doing that. Majority of his fans are females. That's to tell you. That's to tell you. That's to tell you. I'm not the one to say she's lying. So what we're rolling with, two sides to every story, and Major Hype, we need your side, okay? I'm not the type of person that get on here and tear down people. I'm not trying to do this to tear him down. I'm not the first one to break the story. The story is out there, so nobody can say, oh, Soulflow put it out there because I'm going to try to tear down the man and all these things. I'm not that type. I wish good for all my brothers, and I enjoy seeing my brothers and sisters win. I enjoy seeing them succeed. Major Hype is one of those people that the whole Caribbean claims him, and it's a intelligent marketing strategy of his. Lorna Taylor, thank you. I appreciate you. It's a marketing strategy that worked for him, along with his gift, because he's able to go fluently between Caribbean accents. He can even sound like a Haitian person that barely knows English, or knows English but has a strong Haitian accent. He can sound like he's from Grenada, Guyana, Antigua, Barbuda, Trinidad, Jamaica, and none of us don't know where he's from because he hasn't said. Now, I've heard from people in Jamaica that said, I grew up with him, man, a yard man, a Jamaican come from. Trust me. We don't know that. The larger audience does not know that. So we all claim him, right? And he's been doing good. So I have no purpose to try to tear this brother down. These are ghastly accusations that need to be addressed publicly. Publicly. He can't dance his way out of this one. Him can't come play music and do free giveaways and mention women that have been abused in his free giveaways right after she drops this, and never addressed her. I mean, no same seat, because he spoke around it. Some people want me to get on here and address certain things that's going on right now and certain stuff that certain people posted. I'm not going to do that. If that's what you came here for, I'm not going to do that. I'm just going to keep it positive, and didn't address it at all. Didn't even mention her name. All right. She said it happened many times before. She tried to leave. Every time she tried to leave, I had the same thing. Can you imagine someone harming you and then you turning around, busted up, beaten and bruised and hurting, and having to console this person who just abused you, because now you're like, yo, you abused me, I'm out, I'm packing matter of fact, I'm leaving, and they don't want you to leave. So they're like, oh, we're gonna kill ourselves. She said the man even cut himself in front of her, cut his arm in front of her. Right now, I would have said, yo, lift up your sleeve, them, let me see your arms at least. Because if there's any merit to what she is saying, and if you lift up his sleeve and we see cut mark, we know, I say, okay, that part of the story connect, right? But he come on in a dark room in a long hoodie, long sleeve hoodie, and him jolly up himself and dance, and it just didn't add up. The reaction to this just didn't add up. It's as if it doesn't affect him now. But my granny have a saying, you know, so a sweet nanny goat to go run in belly, me have to bring in granny, because right before the destruction or your downfall is your biggest party. All right. And some people but some people laugh through the pain. Some people laugh through the pain. Of course, there was an air of uncomfortableness, and you could see it on him. You could see it on him. Pride. Yes. Original Explorer. Pride. That pride and that ego that you're trying to save. In his case, it's even bigger. We're talking about a superstar, a star. To us, we are thinking local, but he's hobnobbing with the star of stars. So he is there. He just keep connected to locals, so we think him local. You see me? So for him, what he stands to lose is a whole lot. Man of them lifestyle for maintain, The man said Corona didn't really do him nothing bad. He hasn't been hurting. Matter of fact, he's been doing good. I bought a boat during the Corona, during the lockdown stuff. So I'm doing good. It's like my money is not affected, And I can't help but to think that someone somewhere is sitting there who's going to steer this all the way down the wrong path. Oh, you're bragging. Your money is not affected? Okay. Let's hit them where it hurts, group. Let's hit them where it hurts, group. When you hear me say group, let's hit them where it hurts, group. And then next thing you know, Me Too is at all of his events where he's booked, anywhere he's booked. Or child or women's abuse protesters are at his events. It only takes that, and it's there. It's there. I don't want to see the brother fall. I don't want to see him go down like this. But if somebody would ask me, what do you expect him to do at this point? Because surely you, SoFlo, if you're getting that thing with brains, and she end up bruised up and all that, and she puts out these accusations against you, I'm sure you would not take the mic, stand on the stage, and say, audience, listen, I did abuse her. Everything she said is right, or you're gone wrong already. Because they can be unforgiving. I don't know. It looked like it works to ignore it, or it looked like it works to deny. But there's only so much denying you can do until it starts affecting your pockets, and it starts affecting your livelihood. It starts affecting how you pay your bills. It starts affecting how you stack your money in your bank accounts. You know, you might have to sell the boat. You might have to repo a car. You might have to downsizing your big house back to something small. This could hit really hard for him. Remember Bounty Killer with the hammer? Remember I said Bounty used to fly out, come foreign and shell the place, you know. I make big money, you know. And not that Bounty ain't still making big money and is not still relevant, but you saw how the effects of the hammer lasted a long time. I just know people start, because Bounty had to work his way back into the hearts of the people. God bless Miss Ivy before she passed. Miss Ivy keep drawing go church. The media was there. Oh, big bad mighty Bounty Killer gone at church. Rotted, watch out. And it was a spectacle. So they had to plan and execute a comeback. See, listen, I know what I did was wrong. I shouldn't have done it. It's disgraceful. It's distasteful. I'm sorry. I apologize. I need help. I'm going to go seek help. I pray that y'all forgive me. And most of all, I pray that God forgive me. And I pray that the victim forgives me, and so on. That's what I would expect. And that's how I would handle it had it been my situation. Keep in mind, I am on the fence. Nobody go put my video out and said, SoFlo said, in my side with the girl and everything what she said is true. And a lie Majah Hype did I tell her, and I haven't heard its side. In theory, he said some stuff alluding to, but I want to hear a direct addressing of. That's just me. I'm a fan. I'm a fan. And I would like to hear what happened. Because I'm also somebody that is a man that has daughters now, that has a wife, that has a mother, that has sisters. And I can't just side with somebody after an accusation like that. They have to come tell me something. Right? All right. Let's see how many females and how many men and women in the entertainment industry fraternity will stand with her and turn their backs on him. Like, for instance, when Tory Lanez supposedly shot Megan Thee Stallion, and she came out and she showed her gunshot wound, and then she later came out and in front of the camera, she said, "You lying, Tory, you shot me." Just like that. Everybody who he did a remix with or was featured on their album, or everybody dropped them. Everybody dropped them. You know what I'm saying? On that video that Majah had posted after she posted her first video, he talked about upcoming events. He talked about the who is going to be there. Michael Blackson is going to be there. And I think Safari and Erica Mena is going to be there. And this person and that person is going to be there. You know, it's going to be a star-studded event and all that. Are these people going to pressure the promoters, the event organizers for this and say, look, this is a bad move for us? I'm telling you, if we go up there hobnobbing with him now and this thing blows all the way up, which it already looked like it has, then we could be seen as being sympathetic to somebody who is an abuser, even while his victim was crying out to us. So I don't think he needs to be on the show, or I can't get on that show. You know, that's where it starts, right there. Seeing? So let's see who in the entertainment fraternity, his peers, are going to be first to come out and say, because I saw a lot of entertainers in the Megan Thee Stallion stuff without Tory saying anything, that came out and made full videos. Yo, you did that to her, you a beep. And if I ever catch you, I would beep. And you not a good man because you're a beep, beep, beep. A lot of entertainers backed her, right? These are her peers. Let's see if they're going to protect him. Say, me not hear about it. I don't know. And me I stay out of people's business because that's their business to work out. It was their business when it was in the house. It was their business when it was quiet and nobody knew. None of us went searching, digging, looking for this business. See? It became public business when you are a public figure. You earn your living through the support of the public. And these ghastly accusations are out. Now you can't say, I didn't hear about it. I'm staying out of it. I'm not even going to talk about it. Me and him have a show book next week. So we're going to do the show and pick up our money. Right? It can really damage somebody's brand. It can really make somebody look like you're really insensitive to women's abuse, aren't you? Okay. Okay, we know what to do with you. Next thing, your brand is what? Banned? Your brand is canceled. Your brand is just for association. Later, Anita, much love. Thank you. Have a wonderful day. It's the weekend. Enjoy yourself and surround yourself with good people that love you, or spend some time alone and love on yourself. All right. Anita, thank you for being here again. All right. People are dropping out now. Not drop out like that. They're going to work and all these things. And we're past the hour, but may I talk a little more. So I'm going to go through some comments as I see and just vibe with the people for a minute. So Storm Bosiwat says, so he didn't come out and address these accusations as yet? No, he hasn't, and it's been days. It's been days now. Yesterday, she dropped the second video. The day before, she dropped the first video, and he responded with her first video. He responded to that. Well, his response to that, it would seem coordinated, because after her video dropped, that's what he put up on social media. And what he put up on social media just didn't look like it correlated with what she was saying. For him, it was business as usual. Some people out here are spread things that are top things and whatever. But I'm going to keep it positive and keep moving. Don't expect me to talk about that. That was his attitude. So she drops the second video. He still hasn't come out to address it yet. Right? And that's where it's at. That whole thing, though, where she talks about how he cut himself in front of her, run into our car on purpose. Every time she tried to leave, you know, it's one of those. And I have seen where people are like, yeah, she a gold digger. She only there for the money because he coming up and he's somebody now and all this. Them gal there. And he's been pretty successful. He actually opened I don't know if it's a restaurant of types in Brooklyn, New York. I think it's on Flatbush. You could just look it up. Just Google Major Hype's restaurant and you'll see. So philanthropist and entrepreneur type, he's been doing his thing. He's been collecting his coins, stacking his dollars. Yeah. And Darlene, thank you. I appreciate you so much. He's been stacking his dollars and he's been doing good. He is seen in the eyes of those that support him as someone that would never do what it is he is accused of. So to be accused of this now, all we're saying is come out, come tell with something, because your fan base is here, right? I see somebody said that's why I never try to model myself after or worship these like celebrities or influencers or YouTube personalities or all that, because it's the same thing that I tell you every day. Remember what I said yesterday to the audience? And I said, let me stop and say this real quick. You remember that yesterday? Where I said, you know, this morning I'm going at the mirror and me look and I just had to stop, look at myself. And I said, yo, I'm proud of you. Like, you're doing good. Are you able to do the same? And I asked the audience that yesterday. That's the place in life where you should aim to try to get to, where all the lights go off, all the visitors leave, you are by yourself. Can you look you in the mirror and say, I'm proud of you. You're a good, upstanding person. You're empathetic, you're sympathetic, you care for others, you're a dependable person, you're a good father, you're this, you're that, you try your best to be better daily. These things come together as a good person. And I also said, not in a narcissistic way, because a narcissist can look themselves in the mirror after doing the most ghastly things and find an excuse for why they did it, and still look at themselves after excusing all they did and say, I'm proud of you, you know. Yeah, you're going with things, you're good, you're a good person. Just like that. So I'm talking about in a good way. Are you truly able to look in the mirror? So forget social media, influencers, YouTube personalities, movie stars, your favorite entertainers, comedians, actors. It's all smoke and mirrors. It's all smoke and mirrors. They all live normal lives, as in, well, they don't live no normal life when they're flying out to Dubai and you have to work a double and all that and still can't afford what they afford. They live a bit of a different life, but they all live normal lives, as in normal human experiences. You understand? Some of them are humble and normal. Some of them are narcissistic as hell. Some of them are abusers and they are abusing other people. Some of them are just the same things that we meet with normal people. A status does not change a person, as in the core of that person. Yeah? So the core of some of these people are dirty. Just like when you see people put on the uniform and you're like, oh, that's a soldier, that's a good man. You don't know it's a soldier drop kick him wife when him reach home because dinner 2 minutes late. Him shot him son a box, the youth fly go to the next side of the room. The kids are abused, the wife is scared. You don't know that. You see him out in the street, good looking man, in uniform. I love a man in uniform and all that, right? Tell your son, aspire to be a soldier, son, just like that man there. People have their different sides, bro. You just don't know. So I'm one of them that don't try to look at other people and say, oh, wow, couples goals. They're living so good and it's so loving. No one be just like that. I stay in my yard and work out my problems then with my significant other. And if it should happen, not putting that in the universe, but if it should happen that we go sour and separate, then you'll probably hear about it on SoFlo TV. I probably won't be so in detail, but if she should ever come out and accuse me in this manner that he's been accused, you will definitely have me on here trying to clear up my name like right away. While we're doing that, let me put my disclaimer out there. People, I don't beat brains. I don't put hands on her unless she want me put my hands on her. A lot of times, or most of the time, when I do put my hands on her, she likes it because me I rub her down on them something there. I'm infatuated with her curves and all that. So I tend to be kind of touchy or I steer upon her a lot and them thing there. So don't look forward to hearing none of that. And I am one of the people them who I can run. Okay, so if it really take me head to when me feel like me have to mash up a gal, please believe that him cut. Yo, the youth cut left everything. He left the car, he left the house, him gone. Yeah, him gone. Cause it will be that before it's, oh, look at my eye, and she scratch her eye. We all that's like, oh, look at my eye, look where I get to my other eye. I can't. Look at my mouth, bust up. SoFlo did this to me. She a fighter anyway, so if me even go on like say, me probably get, you know what I say, so. But listen, serious thing though, it don't look good. It don't look good, and I hate to see a brother go down like that. Because me a fool. Yeah, but I hate to see it, man. I hate to see it go down like that. This is somebody that I actually really do look up to, as in how he was going, to see the progress. See? So not even look up to so much as support. Positive vibrations for him all the time. Scan through, see him, video them. Even though I don't go looking for them, they show up in my feed. I watch them. I leave my little comments over there. Yo, you funny as all get out hell. You had me laughing so much I rolled off the couch, fell on the floor. So, you know, left some little, let people know your material's hitting. Yeah, it's funny. We vibing with you. We too. Me never get not one like to my comment. Them all like everybody else comment go around my comment. Like other people comment under mine and above mine and them thing there. But I don't pay it no mind. I just saw the thing go. People don't recognize you. They don't see you as anybody worthy of their attention, or they purposely go that way because this is how this industry is set up. Right now, if me figure tell a selector, say, yo, me have a bad artist, when you play him record, word could have already gotten out because this person is friends with that person, and them must say, yo, don't play nothing that boy the same come gear. You see how him load up man thing the other day on a tech side and all this, you know? So that's how the connections work. So that's why I said earlier, I am waiting to see, let's see how many females, and then let's see how many men and women in the entertainment fraternity will stand with her versus with him, because strings are attached. Loyalty has been formed behind the scenes. Like, for instance, Majah Hype and say Safari, they're pretty close, right? I'm willing to bet that Safari won't be one to speak out. Even though this is a woman-beating thing where he should be speaking out, I'm willing to bet that he won't speak out. Maybe I'm subconsciously calling him out, saying, nudge your friend. Tell him, say, yo, SoFlo, them I talk about you, yo, you have to go say something. Look, them all want me to speak out. I don't have nothing to do with this. You and she do this. Yo, go fix that up. You know? Go tell your friend to tell, yo, go talk to the people. But I'm willing to bet that his selector friends and his fraternity friends, as in the entertainment industry, even the females, probably won't have nothing to say. Even the ones who've been saying we're championing for women's cause and abuse women and we're here to help abuse women, and they speak out like that. A brethren of theirs accused of doing that to his woman, and he goes silent, and I'm willing to bet that none of them will say, hey. So I saw it all go. If anything, it doesn't even have to be done it's gone to point. No, the public wants to hear him. But for those who are his friends, and I'm pretty sure they're probably doing this right now. They're probably calling his phone and they're probably saying, hey, listen, man, look, we know so we go through some things sometimes in life, and sometimes we make a wrong turn on these things. Sometimes things blow up and it's not what it seemed like. You need to go clarify this, brother. You need to say something, you know, or say something like, hi, I'm disappointed, you know. John, know me disappointed. I respect you still, but I'm disappointed badly. Yeah. Look what you do to the girl and say Ray. Say something in our ears, and I'm sure they're probably doing that. But who is willing to come to the forefront? Like the others in, say, the Megan Thee Stallion stuff, where these entertainers came out on Frontline. I'm taking them off my album. I'm standing in solidarity with a woman. I am a woman myself. I had him on my album. My album's about to drop. I've taken him off the album. And of course, the song would have, one entertainer said, of course, the song would have done way better with him as a feature on it, but it's a loss I'm willing to take. I just can't support a man who does that. That's before him even, Tory even opened his mouth to tell his side of the story. So who is going to lead now and say, stand up for women, and I'm a woman, and me I gonna stand up for her, and me need to hear what I'm have to say. It won't be nobody close to him, I don't think. Not in the entertainment industry. And then she's talking to an audience that is really callous when it comes to women. And I'm talking about the Caribbean audience, because the underculture in the Caribbean audience is woman is to be seen and not be heard, really. And is the new generation of women them now who not take it, and the one them will start calling themselves bitch, yeah? And you're like, how could you call yourself that? And them must say, yeah, come have to be like a female pit bull with you men out here and all this and that. It's them that decided that we ain't taking it no more. And then others are following suit. So you know, poor breads, your husband a mash up. All right, so Lady Joy, one way me mash up my wife here, and it's not no beat up, not beat up in that way anyways. See, so anyhow, yeah, so we're there with it. Do y'all think that he's going to be able to come out of this and still be intact? Like keep all his shows going, keep his status up? Or do you think that he's going to be hit hard by this? Eh? I want to them be about mashup. You know what? I wouldn't even want to be with a woman that I had to beat. Like some man said, beat her so we learn the right to and all these things. I don't know that crazy mentality, but if I gotta hit her, I'm immediately thinking that she's definitely looking for a man that's not gonna hit her. So the minute you raise your hand to try to hit her, just be prepared to share her if she's one of them type that where she'll give a bun until she decides to leave, or you know what I'm saying? So you might want to put everything good on the table. I mean, man put everything good on the table and still get him bun, him share a bun enough after that. But it's usually the ones them who treat her a certain kind of way. So nothing I'm gonna save you from getting bun if bun is meant for you. Your name sit down on a bun somewhere, it's coming to you. But to treat her badly, beat her on these things, come on, you gotta expect that anybody who is being abused by somebody is looking for somebody else that won't be abusing them. Point blank, period. All right? Anybody who is being abused by somebody is actively looking for somebody else who will not abuse them or who they think will not abuse them. They want to fly away to a different situation. May I tell you that? So the matter feel like say, yeah, that should be a telling point. And it would be a worrying point for me. So me have to grab my woman and drape her and box her, and there's a guy out there that just want to feel her up and rub her down and these things, and you over here drape and box. Okay, what do you think she's gonna choose? How long you think your drape and box gonna last versus another man saying, you know, man, I say him step in there and start playing him role, and it don't feel like what you giving her. Because you are come with heartache and pain and beating, physical pain and beating. And the next man I come with what? Love and affection. It's simple mathematics. Simple mathematics. She gone. I'm going to close this video out like this. I hear my kids. I think that's Kai. He wants to get out of the room. Unstoppable Josh. Manners and respect and thank you. Let me close this video out like this because I hear Kai. Baby, can I send Kai now? Because I'm about to wrap it up. I don't like hearing my kids cry. And I do go kind of crazy when they cry. That's just me. So I'm hearing my cry over there. Is she still on the live? Wifey, if you're still up on the live, let out my son and send him. Please and thank you. So in the meantime, let me close the video out like this. For you men, because a lot of y'all, man, y'all really do come on the videos and act like you're really good. And then you leave a video like this and you go away and do the same exact thing, right? Make it a point to better yourself as a person And if you're putting hands on a woman, especially a woman that you're supposed to be loving, please remember this. It's traumatic as hell. I've been there. I've been there. I'm not talking from no innocent place, right? I've been on earth long enough. I've been there. I was raised a certain kind of way, get mixed up a certain kind of way, did some things. I've been trying to make good ever since, right? And I've done videos where I went in details of my past. And so I've been there. See? Look at this away before, so floor or anything, but I've been there. You have to genuinely want to change, or else you're going to do it to the next woman that you're with, no matter how good they are, right? And this is not the way to be as a man.
Yeah, Josh Unstoppable don't get $10.
Yeah, I'm a big up Josh Unstoppable just now.
Oh, okay.
So you were off the live.
Yeah.
All right. Me hear Kaya cry.
I lost his head off.
Oh, he was laughing?
Yeah.
Oh, I thought he was crying. I'm here like, send my son, please. Come here, my cry. He was laughing. He was actually laughing. But listen to me. When you can admit to guilt, it says something about you as a person, as in someone that is willing to accept, because that's where it starts. You have to be willing to accept what the hell you're doing is wrong. First of all, you have to look in that mirror when nobody else is around. That's what I'm talking about. And you have to cuss yourself. Yo, you're dirty, nasty. You see this part of you right here? You have to rub it out. You have to get rid of it. Can't do this, right? You have to get there. And then once you're there, especially if you this thing went public for them, you know, if you go public with your thing, because nobody don't really know you, I'm not gonna worry about that. But to the person that you've been doing that to, you have to genuinely apologize. Then you have to start making steps to better yourself and to make up for what you've done. Now, you must understand this. When you hurt somebody in that manner, it is not up to you when they get over that hurt. It is not up to you how deeply they take that hurt. And as I got older and more wiser, I realized that what you think is a simple, years later, her psyche is messed up from it. And it has affected the next relationship she went into, after the next one, and just all kind of something. So, thank you, Papa. Babe, carry your whole cup of tea, come give me. It's cold though. Morning, Pops. You want it? Yeah, let me end the video by saying this. When after you hurt somebody like that, you don't have the right to say how deeply they took the hurt. You don't have the right to say when they should get over it. You don't have the right to anything over there. They will have to, if you're really trying to make amends, they will have to come to the point where they say, okay, I'm ready to forgive you, kind of thing. Until then, you have to do the work to regain that respect if it's somebody that you really care about like that. Some people don't care about your respect, so they'll hurt you and dash you away and don't care if they ever hear from you again, kind of thing. But if it's somebody you really love, somebody you really care about, then you're going to have to put that work in. Most of all, though, you have to put the work in on yourself to make sure you don't become somebody and remain somebody like that. Because no matter how good the woman is that come in your life, if you're one of them man there, the man that may talk to, you know, if you're one of them man there that believe somewhere inside of you that there's any kind of justification for draping up, boxing down, thumping the eye of a woman or handling her rough outside of her approval, then you're going to do it to every single woman that you, and you're probably going to be saying, we're done with the relationship because of that and find other excuses because you're failing to admit and accept. They're running from you because you're abusing them, and you go out hunting for more, and when you get them, you're still going to abuse them until you are able to come to that place with yourself. All right? So no, fix up on yourself, man. Fix up on yourself. That's not what it's about. We're not perfect. None of us are. Some of us were raised some kind of way where we have habits now as adults that we think this is how things run. Seeing? But if you seek to better yourself every day, you will get to that place where you realize that even those things that were put in you from you were young, and they play in your mind and you play them out in your life, that they're destructive. They're destructive to you. They're destructive to the people around you. Close people who love you, care about you, just destructive. See? So you're going to have to try to fix up yourself. Fix up yourself. We're not perfect, but you can make yourself change for the better. That's all I'm saying. I'm going to leave it right there this morning. People, manners and respect. It's the freaking weekend, baby. Don't go beat nobody's daughter and don't scratch up nobody's son face and nothing like that. That's why I say surround yourself with people that love you. Surround yourself with people that you love as well, and with people that will uplift you. All right? One love. I'm out. Yes, Papa. You can't come tell the people I'm goodbye now. You gone left me? Come here. Come tell them goodbye. I'm about to cut it off. Come here, Frisky. Come here, Frisky. Oh, look at you. Your Pampers on TV.
Do what? Do.
Sit down there. Say bye.
Do what? Do. Do what?
We out of here.
Do.
You're gone. All right, so.